Hello everyone, Josh Silverman from Constantly Calibrating here, and we are here with Michael Cameron and James Briggs of Garden Night Games. How is RTX treating you guys so far?
Pretty good. We're really excited.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about Garden Night Games. Why gaming? Like, what's the philosophy behind what you're doing?
We're both obviously avid gamers and really appreciate that as a medium and an art form, but also as a pastime. It's something that's really engaging. It's something that's active, and my personal passion comes from gaming as I was younger, going into like board games, growing up in the Nintendo, all of that. I like interacting with the things that I'm consuming in terms of media.
Yeah, that makes sense. How about your
Same thing. I've been gaming since I was young. I got into animation using Flash, and then I realized there was like a scripting component, and then I could make games from that. So then I started making Flash games, and I just had a lot of fun making like interactive digital media and getting people's reactions from playing that. So I wanted to do it at a much larger scale.
That makes sense. All right, so tell me about Lightbound. What kind of game is it? What are you hoping people get out of it?
Essentially, it's a tactical light show. So we drop players into this randomized map that's different every time, and we make the whole map turn invisible except where it's lit up by the players. So you get this really cool, trippy kind of light effect going on with it. And then they compete against each other. You kind of navigate through this map that's semi-invisible. You're picking up weapons. You're shooting each other. The key things about it that we think people are really going to connect with are randomized, procedurally generated maps every time between each round, and the fact that there is a completely configurable system to it. So when you sit down, you can pick any of your game types you want to do and all of your rules and adjust it to suit your needs, and then sit down and play a game with people and try stuff out. Right now, we've got a really good couch co-op kind of action going on, 4-player, multiplayer, competitive aspect to it that's working really well and makes a great party game.
Awesome. So what's the reception for the game so far been like for people who've played it?
Amazing. We go to events like these and show it off. We get it to places where it's a very party atmosphere, and we invite people to bring their friends. They all play together. It's competitive, but it's really fun and silly at the same time. So it creates a great environment, and that's kind of what we're going for with our games. We wanted something that could bring friends closer, an enjoyable experience all around.
That makes sense. So I was looking at the game online a little bit, and it seems like it'd be something that maybe would be good for potential Let's Plays and things like that. Have you guys thought about that kind of getting people interested in that kind of content?
For sure. Because it is local multiplayer, it does create a challenge of getting those people together. But I think once everyone's in the same room, it's a lot of fun and be perfect for those kind of events.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it seems like it's a good possible, like even the kind of drinking game kind of thing. It's that arcade feel. You get along with it. So tell me about, I guess, the more artistic style, like why, how you designed the visuals, how you chose exactly how you wanted it to look.
That was kind of a crapshoot, actually. Really? We literally were playing around with a lighting system we were going to use for a completely different game, and we showed up at the Global Game Jam in Toronto, and we're like, you know what, we're just going to make a quick prototype that showcases this lighting system and see if it works. And so we came up with the idea really quickly and just kind of like flushed it out, discarded a bunch of stuff that wasn't working, and within a half a day we had something up and running that was fun to play. So from there we were like, okay, how do we make it better? How do we make it better? And just iterated on it over and over until we arrived sort of at where we are. There's been a lot of changes to the way that it looks from that original demo. The lighting has gotten much, much better since then in terms of, shader support and blending and all of that other stuff. But the core mechanics are pretty similar to what we ended up with initially, and we've just been refining it since then.
Okay. Because I'm also a colorblind artist, I had to make sure the colors also stood apart, which I think give it that vibrant look. We did make it at Global Game Jam. There was a theme. I can't remember the name. It was pretty convoluted, but it was something to do with like not seeing or dreaming. I can't remember. So that inspired us to also make this game. So we wanted to make something fun and colorful. We had a great reception at the Global Game Jam about the art, and we've just constantly been improving it. And looking back at the old art is kind of crappy. So we're really proud of where it is now.
It's good. So where is the game as far as release goes? What point is it at?
If we could, sit down and hash this out full time, we could have it out in a month. Like we're pretty close. At this point, we're looking at a fairly small initial release in terms of what we're going to provide. We have actually just finished designing how the single player mode is going to work for people. Currently, you can play a multiplayer mode against bots and play it by yourself, and that's fine. But we want to do more of that single player arcade challenge for people who are into that kind of thing. We've just finished designing it conceptually, and we need to implement it, so however long that takes. But of course, being a small startup studio, we've got contracts we got to take care of too, so
absolutely.
We don't want to promise anything, but in the meantime, to just whet people's appetite and make sure that they have something in their hands, we do have a demo up and running on their website, so you can go to light-bound.com.
Light-bound.
Yeah, I'm sure you can link it somewhere below the video.
Absolutely.
Yeah, put a link to that. Go play the demo and try it out with your friends, or even try it out by yourself. Definitely play with a controller if you have one, but if you don't, keyboard's totally fine.
Oh, well, thank you very much for joining. I'm really curious to check out the game. Well,
Absolutely, I'm sure you'll love it.
the demo, the video looked great that I saw online. So I wish you guys the best of luck getting it out there.
Thank you.
Thank you.